Good morning, Carroll County. This is Brian DeLeonardo, your state's attorney, with this week's State's Attorney's Report. One of the things, as you know, that we have done since I've come into office is use this as a platform to somewhat give you an insight as to what goes on in the state's attorney's office and really spotlight some of the people that are working on your behalf. And so this morning, I have the pleasure of bringing in Cara Frieman to speak a little bit about what she does and her background. So good morning, Cara.
Good morning, Brian. How are you?
I'm doing great. Now, first of all, tell us a little bit about what your position is in the office and what you do.
I am the supervisor of the Major Offender Unit. The Major Offender Unit works on proactive investigations and also reactive investigations to some of the major offenders here in Carroll County.
And so when we talk about major offenders, obviously this was something that we created just not that long ago, probably about 6-7 months ago. Tell us a little bit about the kind of people that are targeted.
A lot of the people who make their way into the major offender group are people who have violent backgrounds. They are people who frequently show up on the radar screens of our local law enforcement agencies, and they are people who are wreaking the most havoc here in Carroll County. Yeah,
and actually, and one of the things that when I came into office that was important to me was really targeting, our most serious offenders. And many times they actually are not even from Carroll County. They come from other areas, not only other areas of the state, but other areas of the country, in fact. Because that is what, the people coming in sometimes from the outside are bringing all of the drugs or sometimes the violent crime that we see. Is that right?
That's correct. We see a lot of people coming from out of state. And you're right. A lot of the individuals who make their way onto the major offender list are people who do not grow up in Carroll County. They're not from here, but they are bringing the crime here to Carroll County.
Now, and speaking on that point, one of the things we try to do is find out a little bit about our prosecutors. So why don't you tell us a little bit about where you grew up?
I am a native Carroll Countian. I grew up in Hampstead. I am a third-generation Hampsteadian. My grandmother and my mother both live in Hampstead, as well as most of my extended family. I'm a North Carroll grad. I graduated in 2003, and it's nice to be home.
Yeah. Well, and in fact, I guess one of the things that we've come to find out, occasionally we're asked to play in, golf tournaments to support a fund or support an organization. And we found out that actually Cara's a ringer when it comes to that. And why is that?
When I was in high school, I played on the varsity golf team at North Carroll. Back then, I wasn't Cara Frieman. I was Cara Lewis. So, yes, I am a little bit of a ringer when it comes to our golf tournaments here.
And also, what we also have found out actually in talking this morning is that this isn't your first time to WTTR, is it?
It's not. This is actually the second time that I was here. I actually did a radio show when I was in 5th grade many moons ago about chess.
I was going to say, clearly something different than Major Offender Unit, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, what is it you say that you like about your job?
I think the best part of my job is being able to see a tangible difference. When I do an investigation or when I prosecute a case, it is really rewarding for me to see a tangible difference here in the community in Carroll County. And I really enjoy a lot of the community outreach that our office does. I think our office does a wonderful job being a major player in the community here in Carroll County, and I that is one of my favorite parts of this office.
Yeah, and I think also when we talk about the success of the unit, I mean, there's certainly been a lot of success with that in terms of seeing an awful lot of people that have, some of our worst offenders receiving a lengthy no parole sentences, and that's really been the hallmark of this unit, right?
That's correct. A lot of what we have been working on is linking all of the law enforcement agencies here in Carroll County together, making sure that everyone has the same information, making sure that everyone is on the same page, and making sure that we're using all of our resources in the most effective way possible.
Excellent. Well, great. Well, I appreciate you coming in this morning and joining us and telling us a little bit about what you do. And we'll certainly look forward to having you back again in the future.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Carroll County. It was great to spend Sunday morning again with you this week. And I look forward to speaking to you again. Take care.